Hi, everyone. I'm Joel Smith with NEMTAC, and today I'm thrilled to spotlight one of our accredited providers, Call the Car. Based in California, they're doing exceptional work, and not only as a service provider, but also a broker. Joining me today is Kurt, who's been instrumental in their accreditation journey. Kurt, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So, we'd like to take this opportunity to highlight, what Call the Car has been doing, some of the complexities in the environment, particularly in California, and what made your team decide to pursue NEMTAC's accreditation as a provider.
Yeah, so accreditation was one of our contractual requirements for one of our clients. And looking at all of the accreditations out there, we really wanted to put an emphasis on our fleet. Just one of the things, coming from a physician-owned company, our CEO, Dr. Michelle Tyson, we really take care in the pride of the members, and that goes down into our fleet. So we kind of wanted to really highlight our fleet. And then at the same time, we were one of the first companies to get accredited with NEMTAC. So we kind of wanted to see what it's all about. And then I think as the years have gone on, we really like to see the growth that has transpired from when we first got accredited to reaccreditation and where NEMTAC is now.
You were looking at those different accreditation options that NEMTAC was a better fit for what you were doing than maybe some of the alternatives.
So we're looking really for a fleet accreditation, which is I think why we gravitated towards NEMTAC. And then I think one of the things that we really enjoyed, and I see it from, I wasn't in the initial accreditation process, but just talking with the team that formally did it, and then just going through the reaccreditation process. I really like how we were able to kind of shape how that is, and kind of seeing how it's changed, and also giving our input on maybe things that aren't required in the reaccreditation process now.
Great. So anything that came out of that you guys felt like really helped you with tying up your operations that like really stood out specifically?
Nothing too much. I think a lot of the things you guys were asking for, we already had. I think it helped us fine tune a couple things, and just kind of relook everything as a whole, and um, nothing too much. I think a lot of the things we're already doing, but I think it kind of emphasized for us that we're doing things how they should, and then I think it helped us understand, like, if someone does go through the NEMTAC accreditation process, helps us understand all the things that they have to go through and things that they should have in place. So on the broker side, I think that helps us out as well if someone has a NEMTAC accreditation.
Great. Um, so on that conversation, back to that requirement that you had with your client that said, hey, you have to have an accreditation. When you came back and you presented the NIMTAC accreditation, how was that received? Was there any feedback that they gave to you that said, hey, this is great, or otherwise that they felt specific to getting the NIMTAC accreditation versus one of the others?
Actually, nothing too specific with NEMTAC accreditation, but it is something that they look for because they do value having an accredited provider. So they are always looking out for us to get reaccredited because they do know the importance of having an accreditation.
What other advice would you give to anyone that's thinking about getting accredited, uh, and they might be on the fence? Anything that they should think of, or what might push them over towards, yeah, pursuing this, or maybe deciding, hey, this isn't for them.
Yeah, I think a lot of the companies out there kind of maybe shy away from accreditation, or maybe they don't know it's out there or know what it is. I think once you go through and finally get the accreditation, it kind of puts your company over the top. Um, it might even be where, you're doing the same thing as another company, but because you do have that accreditation, it puts you a step above. And then a lot of companies are doing a lot of these things anyway. So I think you might as well kind of show your company off and show why you are the best.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, and one other thing to add, I think once you do join the NEMTEC community, I think that gives the providers a lot of tools that they can utilize.
Anything else that Call the Car is working on specifically right now that you'd like to highlight or bring up that maybe our audience doesn't know about you or that we can bring to their attention?
Yeah, in terms of like the our operation, we're always looking for growth, always looking at opportunities that might be out there for us. I think on the NEMTAC side, working with you guys both looking at the broker side, but also on the provider side of things as well. Just because as a broker, we like to look at things from a provider side to see if it makes sense. So a lot of times we'll try things in our fleet. So I do enjoy looking at things with NEMTAC from the broker standpoint, but also from the provider standpoint. I think gives us a lot of insightful feedback, and kind of just I think what we want to do with working with NEMTAC also is kind of just growing with NEMTAC. I know some of our past discussions of trying to see how we can elevate that to maybe kind of get NEMTAC more known on some of the stuff that maybe not everyone knows about.
Well, with that, Kurt, thanks for your time again today. Your leadership with Call the Car is showing in the space. We're proud to have you as one of the NEMTAC's accredited providers. And to everyone else, thanks for tuning in. And if you'd like to learn more about Call the Car or NEMTAC's accreditation program, please visit us at www.nemtac.co. And you can also find Call the Car's information at the end of this video. Uh, Appreciate you, everyone, and see you next time.